Hi, my name is Chris Laidlaw, and I'm a performance coach for Rogers Communications in the Ontario region. I'm actually talking to you today from my car, and one of the things I find really interesting is how we use our cell phones today has changed a lot in the last few years, where people are adapting them into their vehicles. Now, Ontario laws have changed so that we can't actually use the phones directly, and so many of us have adapted to try and find new ways. But it's about more than just using your cell phone. So there's more than just a cell phone that we use in our car these days. We have devices like these GPS, our music players, things that we want to kind of integrate into the experience because we do spend a lot of time nowadays in our vehicle going to and from work. The commute sometimes can take quite a while, and these kind of make things easier. Now, when it comes to using the phone, many people have adapted to using the wired experience, if you will. It kind of comes with the phone, and it's not a bad option if you don't mind looking like you're listening to an MP3 player while you're driving. Bluetooth is integrated as a technology to make things much easier. A simple little device like this hooks over your ear, allows you to make your phone calls. People not comfortable with that have adapted to these units that go on their visors. This Apple device I have right here do more than just make phone calls. In fact, this one here has about 32 gigs of my favorite songs on it as well. Well, that's an awful lot, and wouldn't it be great if I could incorporate the music from this phone into my car? If I could use it to communicate in ways that, say, I would use an MP3 player for. Well, they can, and many people have tried to find different ways to do this. They've found cables that plug into their phones, and from there plug into the 3.5mm audio jacks, either in their vehicle or on their decks. This isn't a bad solution. In fact, the sound quality is pretty good, and it's a great way to listen to your songs. There is a bit of a challenge. You see, the only way you can control your music is to actually touch the phone, which is actually a violation of the Ontario driving laws, or hands-free driving laws. Now, beyond that, if you get a phone call, the phone can do one of two things. The phone could either ignore the connection and try to behave like a regular phone, in which case you're trying to answer it, as conveniently as possible. Or worse, the phone thinks that this is actually a headset, and you can hear your caller coming through your speakers, but the phone itself doesn't have a microphone. So as a result, they can't hear you. And while you're fumbling to try to either disconnect or answer the call, well, again, you violated the law, and worse yet, you put yourself and other people in danger. So let's talk to you a little bit today about some technologies that have adapted themselves. True, I can answer a call, but wouldn't it be great to simplify and avoid these wires, get rid of these wires that have kind of filled in our car here? Well, I can with Bluetooth technology. Now, we've talked a little bit about things like HSP, which is headset protocol. That's a standard Bluetooth connection that a headset would use, whether it's up here or one that you put in your ear. The next level is considered to be hands-free profile. A hands-free profile allows car decks to communicate with your phone. Now, the beauty of that is it allows you to touch a button on the deck itself to answer the call. And of course, that sends a command to the phone, and that allows it to answer, rather than physically touching a button on your ear or on your visor. Now, what's really great too is that in addition to this, we've actually moved one step further. And this brings me back to the fact that we have music on our smartphone and we want to use it in our car. And this latest standard is A2DP, or Advanced Audio Device Profile. This is another layer of technology that's on top of Bluetooth that allows us to not only connect mono audio, such as we would with making a call, but also stereo. Now, I've shown you here the iPhone itself, but phones such as the BlackBerry fully support not only A2DP, but AVRCP. Now, AVRCP stands for Audio Video Remote Control. Now, the beauty of that is that not only do I have full control like I have on the iPhone to play and move from track to track, I can actually initiate the music player directly from here without actually touching the phone first. And further to that, the BlackBerry will even display the title of the song and the artist as well. So smartphones don't necessarily all support the standard in the same way. Some phones, some basic phones, simply allow you to make phone calls, while others allow you to play your entire music selection, and of course, the beautiful thing about it is, you get rid of all this stuff. I hope that you've seen today that phones can do much more than just simply answer phone calls, and you don't have to be limited by the range of devices. There's lots to choose from. The beauty of what's available today allows us to answer our calls, play our music, but most importantly, stay focused on the road. This has been Chris Laidlaw, performance coach for Rogers Communications, and it's been my pleasure to talk to you today.